Welcome back. Yes, we are broadcasting those feel-good vibes all across the land. Now, it is that time of year where, of course, bottles will be popping. There'll be a whole array of food to choose from because, as they say, "Ke December, boss." But we try to help you not to overindulge. And so Andrea Duplessis joins us this morning to talk about some top tips of how you can curb your indulgence this season, because that's what we want to do, right, Andrea?
Yes, I think that's the plan.
Yeah. Well, firstly, before we actually even get to that, may I please just say congratulations to Andrea. On Saturday, she ran a half marathon and finished in good time. What was your time again?
2:25, and that was my first one ever. So
high five!
Yes, thank you.
High five! Well done.
I'm still alive.
And you're still alive to tell the tale. So let's talk about that, because people do tend to overindulge. Is it just that it's one of those times of the year that people just do it?
Yes, I think there are so many functions, and naturally food is served, and delicious food at that. So we need to look at trying not to overindulge.
Yes.
So the first thing I think that one can look at, or why you shouldn't overindulge really, is to be kind to your body.
Yes.
If you consume too much fatty foods and refined carbohydrates and alcohol, for instance, those components are broken down by your liver.
Yes.
And it's the liver is the organ that often suffers during the festive season because it can only cope with a certain amount of alcohol and fat at one time.
Yeah. And so what do you have for this? How then do we help our liver on, in terms of us, detoxing or trying to keep the toxins out of our body?
Well, first of all, try and restrict your food intake and try and eat healthily. But if you know that there's lots of functions lined up, there is a herb called milk thistle, which is a great support for the liver. Vital has a product, Vital Liver Rescue, which contains milk thistle and B vitamins and all sorts of other nutrients that supports the liver in aiding the cleansing function of the body. Detox is something that happens all the time. It's part of the bodily functions. So it doesn't happen when you start drinking water or whatever. It's something that you can continuously support.
Yeah. Now, there are, of course, a whole lot of things other than, taking it to liver rescue, but there are other things that you can kind of exercise, think about them, that could help you not to overindulge during the season,
Oh,
right?
definitely, yes. I think portion control is a big thing. They showed that our plate sizes have increased about 30%, and they say our waist sizes have increased with 50%.
Wow.
That shows us that we eat too much at our meals and also with snacks.
Yeah.
So really try and restrict your portions. Yeah. So if you're at a function, obviously you have to eat whatever is available to you, but try and keep count of what you're eating.
Like the French do. Apparently the French do that a lot. When they eat, it's in literally small portions. They chew longer, so they enjoy the food more, so you do that.
That's right, yes.
Another thing you can do, I think we spoke about this once, you've got to listen to your body. You've got to know what it's saying, right? And if you feel hungry, then listen to when it is that you're hungry.
Look, it's a difficult one sometimes because my body often tells me to eat chocolate. So sometimes I just say, no, that's enough now. But listening to your body in terms of not eating when you're not hungry. I think many people tend to overeat because of boredom. I often eat not because I'm hungry, but because I know it's time to eat. So if you know that you've had a big meal the previous night, maybe you don't need such a big breakfast, or just plan it carefully.
And I think we also mentioned once that you need to drink a lot of water, because sometimes people mistake that feeling of thirst with hunger. They associate them, because then it forms like a cycle like that.
Another thing that
I do. I actually listen during all our little talks that we have here. Another way that you can go about it, I think, is maybe when you are with friends, somebody might just say, "Oh man, I just feel like eating this," and then you just kind of jump onto the bandwagon as well, right?
Absolutely. Especially this festive season, there's so much snack foods available. And I think all of us want to treat ourselves at the end of the year and not to give into that pressure. So if you're following a healthy diet and you've put lots of hard work into it, try and stick to that and have those treats in small portions.
How about drinking some green tea? Would that also help?
Well, green tea obviously contains antioxidants, and that also aids the body's natural cleansing process. Lots of water, specifically with alcohol. It's alcohol by itself. The alcohol component is a toxin, and the body really tries to break it down as quickly as it can because it's not supposed to be there. And we know that there are some benefits to drinking wine, but that's because of the components in the grapes.
Not in the alcohol.
So if you're going to choose to drink alcohol, make sure to drink a glass of water for every unit of alcohol. So if it's a small glass of wine or a beer or a tot of liquor or whatever, make sure to drink a tall glass of water in between each of those.
There we go. There you have it. Andrea's top tips to help you not to overindulge during the season. Of course, you can also check out her Facebook page, Andrea Duplessis Vital Expert, and ask any other questions that you may have. But right now, it's time for us to take a look at what is the buzz on the social media front. Grant, take it away.
Vital Mini Rice Cakes, the better for you snack.